Dry pork chops? Not with this recipe. Today I'm going to show you how to make the best Hawaiian pork chops in one pan. The pork chops are never dried out, they are perfectly juicy, and I'm obsessed with this sauce. I'm Christina with eatingonadime.com. We love teaching real families how to make delicious meals on a budget. Let's get cooking. A one-pan dinner that's under 30 minutes. Those are my favorite. Today, I'm going to show you how to make the best and, of course, the easiest Hawaiian pork chops. This is a skillet recipe, but before we go over to the stovetop and start cooking, I want to get the sauce ready. So anytime I have a skillet recipe, I like to get all my ingredients rocking and rolling. So then when it's cooking, I can go quick, fast, and I don't have to stop to mix anything together. So in this Hawaiian pork chop, I was talking to Carrie about it before the video. It has a little Asian flavor. Of course, it's Hawaiian, but it has soy sauce in it that gives it the Asian flair. So we are going to whisk together the best sauce before we head over to the stovetop. So first, for our sauce, we need the juice from a pineapple jar. So this is a can of ringed pineapples. This is a 15-ounce can. So first, in our mixing bowl, we're just going to pour the juice only, and we're going to save those rings for later on. None of this pineapple will be wasted, don't worry. So I'm just gonna take this lid off partially, but leave it on to hold the pineapple in and dump that juice right into a mixing bowl. This is really important to get that Hawaiian flavor in the sauce, so don't skip this step. Then we are going to add some soy sauce, a half a cup, and then a 1/4 cup of ketchup, and a 1/4 cup of light brown sugar. So the sugar is really important to add a bit of sweetness to that soy sauce. Sometimes soy sauce on its own can be just like a little bit bitter. So just a little bit of brown sugar helps cut that. Now we're going to add the seasoning. So we're going to use 2 teaspoons minced garlic. We like to use the pre-minced garlic in a jar and it works great. A half a teaspoon of each salt and pepper. And then 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. Now you can grate your own ginger if you prefer, power to you, but we just use the pre-ground just because it's quick and easy. Also, I feel like some people are sensitive to ginger, and if that's the case, this sauce is still going to be great without it, so just leave it out if that's the case. Then we want to whisk it all together. It's important to do this step to get that brown sugar dissolved or your sauce will be graining. So I'm just taking a little whisk and getting it combined and making sure that sugar is completely dissolved. Now that we have our sauce ready, let's head on over to the stovetop. But before we get started, I wanted to talk about the pork that we will be using. So for today's recipe, I am using boneless pork chops. It's my favorite for this recipe. You can use bone in if you prefer. These are they look like they're about 3/4 of an inch thick. You can use any thickness. We're going to use a meat thermometer to make sure they're cooked through. So that way you can get whatever you prefer, or more importantly, whatever's on sale. Okay, we're going to take all of this over to our stovetop and we're going to get to cooking. Heat a large skillet over medium-high heat and drizzle in 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And we just want to heat this for a minute or two until it's heated through. I am using a Caraway skillet today, and I will link that in the description below. But of course, any skillet you have will work great. Once the oil is nice and hot, add your pork chops to the pan, and we're wanting to brown both sides. So let them cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. Until nice and brown. Look at that sizzle. Woo, I'm already excited. So once it's nice and brown, let me pull one up and show you guys. Oops, hard to grab a hold of it. Just go ahead and flip it in the other side, and you want the other side to match. So it usually just takes about 2 to 3 minutes. That's why you're wanting the skillet nice and hot to get that caramelized brown flavor on these pork chops. Ooh, that one's beautiful. Okay, so we're going to let this side cook for a couple of minutes. So once both sides of the pork have a nice brown flavor on them, or flavor coloring, I guess is a better word. Sorry about that. Add in that soy sauce mixture to the pan. Reduce the heat to low so that it doesn't overboil, and we're just wanting to bring this to a low simmer. Then stir together a tablespoon of cornstarch with 2 tablespoons of cold water. It's important that you dissolve the cornstarch in cold water so that it doesn't get all lumpy. Like if you pour it right into a hot mixture, it'll clump up and really ruin your sauce. Then pour that cornstarch mixture right into the sauce, and that's going to help thicken the sauce. I'm going to go ahead and add this. Then add a pineapple slice on top of each pork chop. So you want to bring the mixture just to a low boil like it's starting to do there, and then that's perfect. Go ahead and cover it, reduce the heat to low, and then we're going to let this simmer for about 7-8 minutes just until that pork is cooked all the way through. So once it's been cooking for a while, I like to check it with an instant read meat thermometer. I use this thing all the time. It's awesome. You just want to put it into probably one of the thickest ones, and you're just wanting to make sure it's over 145. This is honestly reading like 170, so it's definitely good. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Only one last thing I like to do is I like to take a basting brush here and take this sauce and just baste it over the pineapple. So some of that pineapple has the sauce on it as well. It just adds a ton of flavor. And then when I serve the pork, I serve it with that pineapple on top, and then it's coated in the sauce, and it tastes amazing. All that's left now is to serve it and enjoy it. Now, I love serving this over rice because this sauce is amazing over steamed rice. You could serve it with fried rice, but I don't think you need to go to all that trouble. I think this sauce drizzled over steamed rice is going to be perfect every single time. Now, I said it at the stove top, but it's worth saying again, make sure you serve a little pineapple over the pork chop. So when you're eating the pork chop, you get just a little bit of pineapple with it every time. It gives you that amazing Hawaiian flavor. Thank you so much for joining me today in my sister's kitchen. Don't forget, I've linked this recipe in the description below with all the ingredients, the nutritional information, all the things. Make sure you check that out. And when you make this at home, please leave us a comment on the recipe itself and let us know what you think. We love hearing from all you guys. All right, friends, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any more of our easy, family-friendly recipes. And I'll see you next time. It's dinner time. Bye, friends. If you love easy recipes, watch this next video. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a recipe. I'll see you next time, friends.